Hey guys, what's going on? I told you I would be giving a review on the BlackBox Stocks platform, and here we are. And this is one of my favorite platforms so far. Today, I'm sorry, this week they actually gave away a free week trial on the platform to see how it works and give people, excuse me, the chance to really mess around with it. So I'm just gonna go over a couple things I really like about the platform, and it's how to use it. So here we are at the main page. When you first log in, it looks like this, and it automatically goes to show just it doesn't even have the Apple right here, but it shows usually stocks in New York, Nasdaq and New York Stock Exchange is showing stocks. I only use the option side of it, so that's mainly what I'm going to be going over. But one thing I like about it too is the volatility indicator with certain you can load any symbol in here and it'll show the volatility indicator, which I like. I think that's pretty cool. So if you go over to the options tab, this is where I'm at most of the time. And as you can see, here's all the different, orders that were coming in today's market. And I like it because there are other platforms out there that do the same thing. And I wouldn't say like the whole thing do the same thing, but just within, just the flow. But it can get real noisy out there, you have all these different flow orders coming in. You're not knowing which trade to take, and it kind of gets hard. I'm not going to single out another company that has it like that, but it's just hard to read. Like I tried out mostly all these different flow services, and this is one of my favorites so far. Now, the reason I do like the way they have their flows because it's color coded. A lot of the ones are color coded also, but this one is color coded, and it also lets you know like where the order was taking place at the bid, ask, or above ask. So you might have a certain stock. Let's see. I had traded Apple. Actually, I traded Facebook. I traded Facebook today. And if I pull up the Facebook flow, there we are. If I put up the Facebook flow, I can see all the flow in Facebook. And let's see, for these contracts ending on 529, you can see people were getting in actually above the ask. So once I see a lot of orders coming in above the ask, I know that all right, this guy really needs to get into this, this option that he's willing to pay above what the ask is. So, it's more so likely than not that this option contract is going to rise, and by the expiration date. And another thing I like about it also, you're also able, you can't see in this one because there was a whole bunch of buying in Facebook today, but you're also able to see when people are exiting trades. So once you see a whole bunch of orders going in at the bid, you can see obviously people were actually selling on that stock, and that's probably what I like the most about it. And the color it being color coded really helps out a lot. So it's not just one color, So a lot of times I just look for the purple and the yellow, but mostly the purple. That comes in, and it goes from the time, the stock, the expiration, the strike price, if it's a call or put, and what the stock is currently trading at. And right here, this 159 means they bought 159 contracts at $1.11 above the ask, and there was a sweep, and they paid $17,700 for it. Pretty simple to read, Sometimes it can look a little jumbled up right here. I wish they had a way where you actually can pop out this whole window and just was able to look at this, but it's not bad. That's just me being a little bit picky. But another feature I do like is how when you do click on a certain site like Facebook and looking at all this flow, you're actually able to see just flow and a certain expiration. So if I click on this 5/22/20 expiration, it's just going to show me that, and this is all the orders that came in for 5/22, which is May 22nd, and the end of this week, this Friday. So that's pretty cool. So I can see what all these orders were coming in, at, and these were 232.5s, and this is all the orders that came in today. And as you can see, people started paying from $1.45, and it kept going up. It dropped back down, and it got back up there $1.34, $2.50, $1.74. So dropping up and down throughout the day, but it ended up being at 266. So the first alert came in at 10:03, and it was for 201 contracts at $1.45 at the ask, and the last one was at 343 for $2.66. So obviously, the contract gained, premium before from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So that's one thing I like. So as you see right here, it says options, and obviously I'm in the Facebook, and then I'm at the 232.5 strike price. So that's one thing I like about it. Another also is right down here where it says most active calls. You can actually see where most people are putting their money at. So how much money is going into the top stocks. So today there was 18 million dollars was traded in Apple today. So that was like the most the most traded stock for the day. Facebook, and then Tesla, which is surprising because usually it's up. Tesla's usually up there. That's a big gap between Tesla and Facebook. But $18 million worth of contracts were traded today in Facebook. So that's one thing I do like about that. And also, anytime you click on a certain stock, it will pull up the chart right here for you. Usually it's a lot. It's just mainly from this half on, because I'm trading mostly during the morning couple of hours, but now it's showing the whole day and the after hours. But anytime you click on any stock, if you click on SPY, it's gonna put up the SPY chart, and I like that. So I'm able to zoom out and zoom into it, and drag my way around, do anything I need to do from there. And not that I'd use this that much, but it's kind of nice to see once I am in a certain trade, I can see where the stock is going. I use Thinkorswim for my charts for me personally, but like I said, this is also a pretty cool feature just to have right here. Another thing I like also is you're able to, let's go back to options, you're able to click on alerts right here on this tab, and you can see which ones were the biggest gainers today. So you had ticker symbol JD for these puts was a 325% gain. Like, that's a huge, massive gain. So like the alert came in at 62 cents, it hit a high of $2.64, and the last was at 53. So you could have hopped in at 62 cents and been able to sell your contracts for $2.64, which is not a bad trade in a day. Next on top of that would be Facebook. I came in at 935. The Facebook calls, and they got 115% on that. The alert came in at $3.41, and it went to a high of $7.35, which is crazy, guys. Like that's some massive gains right there, and that's just for Facebook. That's just for the 522s, and you can see again down here you have the 529s in Facebook, and those just yielded 36%. But it might be lower than 115%, but that's still a gain. 36% on your money you trade for a couple hours, you give X amount of dollars and get 36% back on your return. That's not bad. You really can't beat that. So this is what I like about this too. So sometimes throughout the trading day, me personally over the past couple of days, what I do is during the first hour or two, I'll just click on alerts and I'll see what the top traded stocks and percentage gains are for that day. A lot of times I'm usually in them already just because I'm looking at the flow from the beginning of the day and kind of jumping in, in those stocks and seeing what's going on. And me personally, I like to wait about 5 minutes after the bell rings just to let the market kind of balance out. Sometimes you have like a crazy bullish day the previous day. A lot of times at the beginning of the bell, the next day, people are really trying to sell out their positions, so market's bouncing up and down. So that's why I like to wait 5 minutes or so just to let the market kind of cool out a little bit until I put my orders in. And over here we do have the main chat, and this is not something I use that much because most of the moderators are on Discord, and out of respect for the company, I'm not going to actually show the Discord chat and how it looks. I can show how it looks, but I wouldn't show exactly what they're saying in there because it kind of goes against the rules or whatever. But Discord chat is nice, and I've been in a couple rooms like this before, or not rooms. I used a couple platforms like this before, so I'm able to just look at the flow of what's going on and trade off of that and be perfectly fine. But it's also nice to go over to the Discord chat and just look at what other people are trading and what people are talking about. And then they have about 5 or 6 moderators, I believe, and those guys and women actually are calling out their trades in there. So they're putting out their trades, and it sends out the big alert. They're in for this much at this strike price and call or put. So that's pretty cool. And then over here you have different news aspects. You want to look at news on SPY, and it goes for any stock actually. So if I click on Tesla, it's going to change the news from Tesla, and it will change the chart over here also on that. You can click the market scan, post market scan. Also, the post market scan is pretty cool also. Oh, guys, here's the news on Tesla also. So if you see a stock getting lit up with flow, you're able to kind of go here and to see what exactly is going on within the stock. Sometimes it could be news that's affecting the underlying price of the stock to go up. But the post market scan is pretty cool just because you'll be able to see, you know, after hour plays, what stocks people are buying, and what's going on with that. Let's see, is there anything else I really wanted to go over? Let's see. Oh, I think it's pretty cool. The stock twist. The stock twist side over here is nice because, as you know, stock twist is a whole bunch of guys talking about different stocks and their entries and exits and what's going on. So you're able to really just look at, you know, what's going on in the financial, I wouldn't say financial Twitter world, but the financial world, what they're talking about, the stock and what they're trading, you know, and this is, it's kind of good just to reassure yourself if you're kind of shaky on a certain trade you just made. You kind of can come here, and it's good to, you know, feel for what people are talking about and what's going on in the market. So that's also a pretty good feature of it. And like I said, I've only been using the platform for about since Monday, so I'm still pretty new to it. But these are all the main features that I have used so far that have helped me out with my trading. And I feel like I have a pretty good gauge into, you know, to judge these platforms. Like I said, I've been in a couple of different ones. I've been in ones that just have straight flow algo, what's going on, and I have been in ones that also have chats and moderators. And this is a pretty decent one. Now, one thing that is, I wouldn't say negative about it is, but something that you have to get used to. If you are a new trader, this can be a lot. You know, you have all your flow right here. You have the charts, and then you have different symbols of a trader. You have, you know, stock twists, and then on Discord you just have a whole bunch of people talking and moderators throwing out trades. So you really have to, you know, I would suggest just watching it kind of like a week or so, just kind of getting used to the platform. And this, I feel like a lot of people just kind of overtrade once they get to a certain platform like this because they feel like they have to take every single trade the moderators put out there, or they have to take every single trade that they see what flow come through. And it's not like that at all. Like, you know, like I said, I usually take about 3 trades and 3 different ticker symbols a day, max. But there are a lot of different, you know, orders and moderators throwing different trades out there. But that's just me personally. I don't like to manage more than 3 trades at one time. I feel like that's just too much. You know, after that, it's just too much for me. But, you know, I'm not everybody. It's just me personally how I like to trade. But yeah, guys. So I think that's about it about what I wanted to go over with that. And also, this program isn't just for option traders. Like I said, it's for stock traders also. You can look at certain stocks that are getting hit up pre-market and post-market. You're able to see, you know, what's going on. And like with this right here, and with the stock side of it, here it is. But and a lot of these are penny stocks also. So you can see it set off an alert at 8:32 a.m. before the market opened, and this was it set off the alert. This is PHU. Okay, set off the alert at 99 cents, and it hit a high of $3. So if you are a penny stock trader or just, you know, a day trader, trade stocks only, this program could help you out also. You know, so you really could have gotten right here and sold, you know, right here. And this is also good too. Just, you know, even if you do trade options, you see something in the pre-markets, you're able to, you know, you can trade stocks in pre-markets, so you can go ahead and put your orders in and then make, you know, money on top of the money you're already going to make with the flow service. But yeah, I think that's a really cool feature, and especially that's a feature that a lot of the platforms are kind of lacking. So I really appreciate that in this. Let's see, I now think that is it, guys. But yeah, here's the BlackBox Stocks program, and this is how it works. I'm really liking it so far. The moderators are really welcoming. They're constantly giving out, you know, free classes and different webinars so the new members can, you know, get used to the program. There's also moderators with their own YouTube channels also, so you're able to, you know, watch their trades and do like daily recap videos and different things like that. to see what's going on. Oh, and actually, you know what? I did miss a certain thing. So let me click on BABA, BABA, and you can click on the heat map actually, and you're able to see exactly what strike. And then this is calls for this week, next week, and 2 weeks out. Puts for this week, next week, and 2 weeks out. So you're able to see where they're striking at and where a lot of the flow is going into, and you know what strike, and then how many weeks out that's going. So I think that's also a really cool feature. That's actually my first time ever seeing something like this in any of these softwares out there. So I think that's really cool on it. And also historical. So historical, you can just see, you know, just going back. You can go back and just see when these stocks actually had a certain flow was hitting a certain stock. So I do think that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I really, at a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this program honestly probably like an 8.5 on just functionality and just being accurate and pretty easy to use for the most part. And like I said, it can be kind of hard to channel out a lot of the noise, but once you kind of get past that, this is a great program to use. But yeah, you can find a lot of these guys that trade the moderators. You can find them on Twitter. They constantly putting their trades out there or talking about the platform. You just type in Twitter BlackBox Stocks. You can find different moderators on there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I don't want to be on here rambling too long. But yeah, guys, so make sure you go ahead and trade out BlackBox Stocks. They're constantly giving out free trials. Also, like right now, I'm in a trial right now, just seeing how the platform is. I probably most likely will sign up for a monthly subscription. I think it's around $80 or so, which isn't bad at all. But yeah, so they're constantly giving out free trials. You just follow some of the guys or some of the moderators. They're every couple weeks or so they're giving out free trials. So you can hit them up and they'll get you signed up in there. But yeah, guys, that's about it for BlackBox Stocks. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and comment. Good or bad, anything you suggest I can do to make these videos better. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching.